not exactly clear whether they even truly exist or could be shown to.
Hello, I'm back. Oh my God, it's been a minute. I think we've got about 3 people here. Feel free to say hi. Hopefully, I'm in a new space, as you can tell. And I'm not sure how the echo is gonna be or the light. Like, I'm using daylight right now. I'm in front of a window and like we're on a bit of a busy street. So if there's traffic in the background, like let me know and I will close the window. But I would rather not because we don't control our heat and they turned the heat on and it's like hot water heat and it's super, super hot. Like it's crazy hot in here. And yeah, I guess let me know if there's any technical issues. I think I actually got everything set up properly, but I don't know. So I did a test recording earlier, so sound, everything should be fine. If it's not, let me know. So today we're back to our, hey MJ, hello Pei. Today we are back to our usual sprint setup. I think the last one I did before I lost my computer tower was a like last minute Camp Rimo stream that was in the evening. So we're back to the normal 1 to 3. I've set up our schedule. If you're new, you can check it out here. I know it might be a little bit small for people who are on their phones, but we do 4 different sprints, and they're 15 minutes long, and then we do a final sprint that's half an hour, and that one has suggested words. So I show you some sort of obscure, hopefully words you don't know, so you can learn something a little bit new, or at least just have fun with them and try to incorporate them into your writing. So that is what I do with our suggested words, or how I call them magic words. I don't know how that came to be, but it did. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep to our schedule today because I want to go to this thing called Witch Please. It's a market in Montreal that I keep meaning to go to over and over and over and over, and I never do. And my friend is displaying stuff there, so I feel like I should probably go this time. And also, I just want to get a lot of writing done. Before we get into the first sprint, let me know what you're working on. Feel free to chat in the chat. And when we are sprinting, what I do is I mute my mic, put some music on, but I will be watching the chat, and I might type back to you. So it is not incommunicado while we are writing. But with that, I am going to, oh yeah, I don't think I remember how to use this timer. It's been a while. I'm going to try to start our timer. I'm going to turn some music on, and we will get into sprinting. time's up. That is our first sprint. Watch me forget how to start them again. So I was going to respond to you, MJ, typing, but I thought it would be best to just chat about this because what was I going to say here? So you were going to be writing magical realism, but then you switched to contemporary romance because of a dream, which is awesome. I had, it just reminded me of my first Nano novel because I had dreams about so many aspects of that really helped it go forward. And I feel like with NaNoWriMo, you don't necessarily focus on your original plans or your passion projects. It seems that the ones that work best are the ones that flash into your mind right when you're going into October and November. So I think you're definitely going to be going in the right direction, and there's nothing wrong with letting something percolate for a while, right? Especially magical realism. So I look forward to hearing more about what you're working on. For mine this year, I'm doing Rebel Rimo because I'm a municipal liaison, and I just don't know how that work is going to balance with doing a new draft. So I'm going to be. Is this music too loud? I can't tell. Oh well. Yeah, I'm finishing Eternity, which is this aptly named thing that I've been working on about as long as Sinterra, a little less, a few years less, I think, than Sinterra. And Sinterra I wrapped up during Camp Rimo, so this one I'm going to wrap up now, and then those are my two massive drafts that I've been working on for, I think 20 years, oh no, 14 years at least, something like that, which is just unacceptable to me these days. But I think they'll be good when they're finished. What word count did I get, though? I'm working on a few things. I'm actually not working on Preptober right now. I was going to, but I have a couple other things I want to get out of the way today that I've just been procrastinating on. So I'm at 223 words. It's decent. Yeah, so since you're prepping, I guess you're not going to have a lot of word count going on, but I hope that you got some stuff done in 15 minutes. Welcome to anyone else who has just arrived. My viewer count on Streamlabs is never accurate, so I never know how many people are here. If you have arrived and you're hanging out and you're not saying anything, drop a message in the chat, say hello to me, to everyone else. Don't be shy, we don't bite. I don't think there's ever been anyone in my stream who's been mean. It's kind of cool. But the writing community is notoriously sweet. I did this interview recently with Anthony Avina, who's another YA author, and he runs a review blog, and I did a little interview for him there, and I was talking about how one of my favorite platforms, social platforms, is actually Twitter, which is the opposite of what I think everyone else would say. Because when you're in the writing community, it's just this nice little safe space off of the rest of Twitter, and there isn't. I'm sure there's infighting and stuff like that. There is in every community, but just what I've been exposed to, everyone's just really sweet and helpful, and they share things all the time, and their conversations are nice. Yes, Pei is doing the coffee thing as usual. But at least you have the coffee, because a lot of the time you spend the streams making the coffee, so you're ahead of the game. So we are at 1:25, so I've reset our timer, and I need to write down how to start it again. I used to have little notes just to remind myself, a little sticky that I put up, but I have a totally new computer now. But at least my layout got saved. That is good, because I did not want to have to figure that out all over again. Start is okay. All right. Okay. I got it. And I'm gonna remember to mute my mic right away this time, so you don't have to listen to me eat. I hope that wasn't too bad. I have misophonia, so I know it would drive me nuts. But I'll stop babbling. Let's get into our next sprint. There's our second sprint down, 2 down, 3 to go. Still got plenty of time, so if you have just arrived, you are not too late to get into some writing. We're on our second review here, and we're going to get back into another 15-minute in like 3 minutes. If you are new, we do 4 15-minute sprints, and at the end we do a half-hour sprint, and for the half-hour sprint I provide you with some inspirational words that you may not have heard before. And I'm really hoping I don't run out of those, because I've been doing this for a while. This is my 15th live stream, but I mean, English has plenty of weird words. And if I do happen to run out of strange, obscure English words, I will move on to other languages and probably butcher that. Let's see, what sort of word count did I get? I'm at 330, I think I was like 209, so 100-ish. I'm not doing drafting at the moment, so I'm editing and working on some emails, and I'm doing a variety of stuff, so I'm not doing speed writing, which is fine. It is Preptober. We are preparing, we are getting ready to launch into November NaNoWriMo if you're participating, and just get down to writing a whole lot then, 50,000 words. So I'm excited to get into that. And October, for me, it's not just about prepping my novel, it's about prepping my life. I'm actually going to be doing a video about that to wrap up the month. I'm doing 5 Preptober videos total. I just had one come out this morning. If you haven't watched it yet, definitely go and do that. It's about plotting. So far I've done, what did I do? Coming up with character concept, and then, no, coming up with your story concept, then characters, then plotting. Next week I'm going to be doing a video about world building, which I've already done a lot of videos about world building, but as an ML, I'm trying to incorporate more of the material that NaNoWriMo themselves put out, so it's a bit of a mix-up. But I mean, one day I won't be able to do world building videos anymore. It's just going to be, you know, that horse will be dead, buried, gone, ashes. But either way, there will be a world building video out next week, and then that sort of organizing your life final prep before we get into November video. And I'm actually going to have a sponsor for that, which is kind of exciting because I've never worked with any sort of sponsor before, and it's a very perfect sponsor for organization. So I think everyone will appreciate that, and it's a product that I think is pretty cool. But I'm not going to name any names yet because I have not finished going through the entire product, and I don't want to show people anything on my channel that I am not behind myself. I've seen plenty of people make mistakes with that. So I will not be doing that. For anyone in the chat, what was your word count like in the last sprint? Or if you're not really focusing on word count, what'd you get done? Let me know. I hope that you're getting some good work done on this beautiful Saturday. It's beautiful here anyway. It's fall in Montreal, which is always just super pretty. Lots of like orange and yellow and red leaves, and it's kind of warm out still, so I'm happy to get outside later. Very excited for that. Okay, so we are at 1:45, which means we are going to go into our third sprint. Our timer is reset, and we're going to start now. 3 sprints down, 2 to go. Welcome to anyone who has just arrived. Dirty Monarch, not writing at the moment, but lurking. I appreciate the lurking as well. Lurking's good. I wrapped up what I was working on, which was a review. I really don't do reviews often or like ever because for someone who has a writing channel, I'm very bad at giving my opinion on things because I'm very insecure about it. But I do hope to learn how to do more of that and get into it more on my channel. This one was just in text format though. I think it turned out okay. I got to 334 words in that one, so that's what I've done over this entire time, but there's been editing and going back and forth and stuff like that. So that is one project down, and now I am gonna go. I have a tower again, as I have mentioned, after going like a month and a half without one, so now I get to go back through all my old files that I didn't have access to for a really long time, and as some of you may know, I've been working on writing for a video game, indie video game, out of Ontario called Explory Story, and I've technically finished the writing. We're in the editing phase, but I lost like all my edits, and I haven't been able to attend meetings or do anything like that, which is, you know, it's great because they're very understanding, and it's, you know, it's independent. It's not like a very like locked in rigid environment, so that's very good for me in this situation. But now I can go back in and see where I'm at with that and refresh myself and update and start, you know, getting back into it, which is going to be really good because I'm very ready to finish it and see it incorporated into the game and make sure they can get that out when they need to. So that's probably what I'm going to be working on for the final 15-minute sprint, and then the final sprint, which will be half an hour long. So, let's see, where are we at here? MJ, crying. Why are you crying? Did I say something? I know sometimes the, what do you call it? Latency, is that the wrong word? Probably the wrong word. The stream isn't always exactly on time with the chat, so sometimes I say something and I'm babbling and then I forgot that I said it and there's a reaction. I'm like, hey, who, what? Oh, also, if you follow me on Instagram, I put out a little teaser for a video that I am going to be coming out with. That's an afternoon with losing all my edits. Yeah, I'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, it was kind of horrifying because I thought that I might have lost all of my, like, everything again earlier in January, I think. My external hard drive tipped over and fell like a foot onto carpeted floor, which I thought would be fine. Not fine at all. I had to pay $1,300 to recover all the data. Luckily, we did get it. And so I thought that had happened again. I was like, I was just going to swear off computers altogether if that was the case, but luckily I recovered things. I thought I lost my desktop for a while. Pro tip, don't store all your most important stuff on the desktop. In my mind, I was like, oh, well, this is all the stuff I use regularly. Everything else I'll put in a hard drive, external, blah, 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 and I'll put these things here so I can access them. It can be hard to find your hard drive, your desktop, if you move your drive into a new tower. I did find it though, so that was good. Everything's good. So what I was saying about on Instagram, I put out a little teaser trailer for an afternoon with Connor Blaine, which is a multimedia sort of social film project that I'm working on. I'm going to be uploading that to YouTube soon, but I never know the best way to do that with the algorithm when I'm trying to actively promote Preptober and NaNoWriMo stuff. I don't want my like plotting video to get lost. So I'll probably put that trailer out maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, just so there's been like a few days for everything else to be seen. Because I know that YouTube doesn't like to keep showing things to people. It doesn't like showing things to people at all. Even if you hit the bell button, it's not a guarantee. I never get notifications when people put out new videos. I don't know about you, but I never do. On that note, we're going to go into our fourth sprint. This is the last 15-minute sprint. After we review that one, we're going to go into the long one, half an hour, and then wrap up our stream. So if you're all ready to go, we are going to sprint. last 15 minutes sprint time is up. I hope you got a lot done. I didn't. Not in the way of writing. Anyway, I was just going through some Haunted Montreal stuff. We had a new article. If you don't follow the Haunted Montreal channel, I do have it listed on my YouTube page, suggested channels, so I highly recommend you go and check it out. We post videos in French and English every Saturday, so I put one of those out along with my writing videos every Saturday morning. Generally, I try to do them on different days, but it just worked out this way for this month. But even if you don't live in Montreal, I think they're pretty cool. I take blogs that were written by Donovan King, who founded the Haunted Montreal organization, and I convert them to video format and try to update the information, because a lot of the ones we're working with right now were done in 2015, so like businesses have changed and things like that. Since I have my proper computer back, I was able to do some more creative editing on this one that just came out, and I was kind of proud of it. So if you want to go check it out, it's enjoyable, and if you know French, you can watch my other host, Dr. Mab, do his videos, and sometimes they're a little different stuff put in. Anyhow, no word count for me on that one, but did get some stuff done, shared some social media things around, and hello, Daniel, other than, in text, an actual hello. Everyone go check out Daniel Archer's drawings, archer.drawing. It's an Instagram page, and he's going to be doing Inktober, so definitely go and give him a follow. I've tried to do Inktober a few times. I think I got like 1 week in or something. I don't know what it is about drawing. Like writing, I've learned, I feel like I've mastered the ability now to just like sit down and write, but drawing, I can't like that. I really, I guess I technically can, but it's not going to be good. It's not going to be enjoyable. I really need to draw like when I want to draw. Unless I'm drawing Marilyn Manson, for some reason I can just I can throw out Marilyn Manson drawings like left and right 24/7. It's just something about his face. So that is the end of our 15-minute sprints. We have one sprint left, but it's a longer one. It's half an hour. I'm going to reveal our words, and as always, if you've been here before, if you haven't, I'll explain it. These are just little word suggestions. Try to incorporate them in your writing. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you're looking for something to write, you're just writing casually, try to write something that uses all of them, like a little paragraph or something like that. And if you're not using them, I hope you just enjoy them anyway. Our words for today are, and hopefully I can pronounce these, Erinaceous, which is of or relating to hedgehogs. Mabble, which is to wrap up. Paleobotany, which is the study of ancient plants, which suddenly I really want to do. And then, and I know this is I think Greek name, Eucaligon, and this is based on a story, but it is actually a word now for neighbor whose house is on fire. So, if you ever have a neighbor whose house is on fire, now you have something to call them. And as always, what I was going to say earlier, I am going to post these in the chat because I know that they're not always totally legible up on the little screen, especially if you're on a phone. There's not a whole lot I can do about that, so I'm going to post them in the chat. Now, let me just fix our stream timer to make sure that we've got half an hour in instead of 15 minutes. Save that. And we're reset. Since we have half an hour, if you want to take a little break quickly, grab some water, go to the bathroom, you do have a bit of extra time, so run and do that, now, and then you'll still have a lot of time to sprint. We'll be going until 2:55, just shortly after, and then the stream will be wrapping up. So if we are all ready to sprint, let's get a whole bunch done during this half hour. and that is our final sprint. I almost forgot I was live. I was just like zoning out into my edits for Exploria, and I'm almost done. It's funny because when I was doing these regularly, like every week for a while there, I was in such a habit, and I was so much better at talking and also being aware that I was actually live. Now it's like back to the very beginning all over again, where it's just like, what, who, where am I? But I think that was all right. We had no technical difficulties, which I don't know how that happened for coming back and being on a new tower, but I'm not going to question it. Hello to everyone who came in a bit late. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry that we're done now, but like I was saying in the chat, I, and whoever joins me, we will be doing sprints from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern every Saturday, I think. If not, just assume that there is, but I will post announcements on my social media if there isn't for some reason. But I am hoping to do these every Saturday through October and November. And as always, I sprint on Discord. Generally Tuesdays and Thursdays. There might be even more. There might be different times, stuff like that, because we are in peak writing season. So if you haven't joined my Discord server yet, the link is in the description of this video, I think. It should be. But I will also post it in the chat before I close this video. I'll do the, stream ending screen, and I'll post a few things in the chat. And I just realized I forgot to post the words in the chat. That's great. So that was one problem, but that was human error. I will post those. I'll post a bunch of things in the chat before I actually shut down the video. And yeah, I appreciate you all joining me. If you haven't watched my new video that came out this morning yet, please go and watch it. If you haven't watched all of the Preptober videos I've been doing, there are 3 now. Go watch them all. There's a playlist on the front page of my channel. It's spooky season. Check out Haunted Montreal. I've got that channel linked as well. Good spooky stories. Another one came out this morning. Go check it out. It's about 1234 de la Montagne, one of the most haunted buildings in all of downtown Montreal, which is saying a lot because like all of Montreal is haunted. I hope you all got a lot done and that you have a great day and weekend ahead of you. And I just ruined my exit by using that word twice. Whatever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope all of you have a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Bye.